was really happy with my junior career last year because I feel like I just was confident in what I was doing, and I feel like I'm even more confident than last year, so I feel like I'm ready to go.
Most of these gymnasts come out and they're very competitive. They're very good in a competition setting. They may get a little bit better, a little more confidence.
Reagan was probably the most evident, change I think that I've seen of someone moving into the seniors.
At the January training camp was my first year as senior, and I just realized, well, I'm a senior now, I'm competing with them.
She recognized that she had graduated.
I feel like I just had to step it up a notch and act like I belong there and stuff, so.
She just was a different kid. I mean, it was so exciting to see. You're the kind of kid that can stand there in front of 10,000 people and get on a 4-inch beam and earn a gold medal. In. Finish the push. Finish. Press. Finish pressing. Come on. Finish it. All the way up. In. In. Middle. Middle. Finish. Tall. It's too open. Reagan's doing great on bars. She has been a project. She has been more than willing to put in the numbers, and that's really the only way you get it. We did a ton of hands-on stuff for a long, long time, and then that just eventually started going away on all of the skills. Started picking them up by herself and super confident by herself, doing her own thing. Show the handstand, there you go. She has had very, very few major problems. I think she missed one release that I can think of this week. I mean, she very rarely is having any struggles with her big releases, and those used to be her biggest challenge. So that's coming along great. Pirouetting, just always fighting for those handstands and those last minute details. She's doing a great job with it. When you're done with that, do some stall to 1.5. Or inside 1.5. If you can. The Jesselo competition was where she transformed, where she became the athlete that we see right now.
The confidence that I could see grow, actually during the week of Italy this year was amazing.
There was something about being brought into the senior group that she hadn't felt before. She was on top of the world.
Training sessions went really well. I hit all my bar routines the whole time I was there.
I just kept ticking off this little number in my head going, she is not making a single mistake.
Whenever I was going into the competition, I felt pretty good because the trainings all have been good, so I feel like I just need to do exactly what I do in practice, no different.
I feel like because of the week that she had, she knew what was about to happen. And it was probably the most aggressive I've seen her.
Bars, it was my new bar routine with adding all the insides and stuff. It was really good because I hit my inside full to handstand. I was really proud about that.
She rotated from bars, and I looked up at the score and I go 14.6, and she goes, "That's my highest!" And ran over to go to beam. I mean, she danced through beam and floor.
So I got up, I did my squat turn, it was good. And then my jump series was good, and then my series I felt like it was just, everything was pretty much really good.
Ended up making beam finals. She, I want to say it was a half a tenth behind Lori, maybe it was a tenth behind Lori on beam finals with the score, and I go, well, the jump, you have to connect out of the front. I was like, it just, that's what it is, go for it next time. And she goes, I have another jump. And it was funny, we moved over to floor, and I've never seen her so aggressive to that double Arabian to the Sassone. She was like, oh, I didn't do that, half an hour ago, but it's happening over here.
I did my new floor routine at Jesselo, and I think the crowd loved it because they were clapping and cheering for me. So I just felt like I was having a great time, and they were having a great time watching me and stuff, so it felt pretty good just to go out there and have fun and show them that I got a new floor routine. My floor routine is the Addams Family, which everybody pretty much knows what it is. Kim and Dominic picked the music for me, both of them, and after championships last year, they're like, I think I found some music for you. I'm like, I'm getting a new floor routine. They're like, yeah, you are? I'm like, yes. And so they're like, the next few weeks when I got back in the gym, they're like, yeah, I found music. I'm like, what is it? And they're like, the Addams Family. I'm like, I just had a big smile on my face. Kim's like, do you like it? I'm like, yes, I love it.
Floor was super fun for me just as a coach to watch. It's Reagan exactly. Like, I'm so pleased with the music and the choreography, and I think Dominic and I have been waiting for so long just to see it out in public, knowing that she would put the extra Reagan that we needed to make it come to life.
I feel like I'm like different. This Addams Family routine is like it's gonna like express like who I am and what I am to the crowd.
I had probably more feedback on that floor routine from, actually probably from the finals, and how nice it was to see genuine performance. And I can say that it's not a, make sure you look up here and smile over here and whatever, like, she goes for it and has a great time on that stage.
Getting second on all around, that like took the breath out of me pretty much, because I was like, I did not know I could do that, so I was really proud of myself. I showed Marta that I can do it in any situation, if I'm last, first, it doesn't matter. You just go up, be able to hit a cold set, and I'm like, no matter what. So I feel like I showed her that, so I'm glad, yeah.
When it all came down and she was second, it was obviously it was very exciting for her.
Whenever they called my name, I was like, is that me? So I ran up there and I was like, oh, I got second. Yes. Kim and Chris are both proud of me, and I was so proud of myself, like I couldn't even believe like I was there and I got second, so I was really excited.
I genuinely got choked.
What's wrong? He's like, I thought you just did so good today, I can't help it. I'm like, wow.
I feel like my little girl just graduated. She, on that floor, in that floor routine, that was more than she did real well. It was more than she got a good score. To see that it just caught me off guard. It went from competing to performing, and that was incredible, so.
Extended leg. Let's see. Hold the shape. Good arms. Arms, arms. And press. Good. And extension, extension. Very good. Sharp hands, sharp hands. Height, height. Up, up. Good, press arms. And Reagan is working new skills at the same time. It's not totally down, so like we're still working in some places full routines, and some places partial routines.
So from the back, the height.
And going. Pace there.
I'm working on the double Reagan just now. It's called a Patterson. It's when you do a double Reagan off the beam, which is like a half turn and then double front, and then you land forward.
Beautiful. Nice job.
It's a big upgrade for me, obviously, but I'm really excited to show that I have it, and I'm just excited to perform it. So.
And tight. Right at the top. It's good, good until it right at the top. When you did the snap, you did the turn. Yeah. Reagan's performance in Jesolo was such a high that I knew coming home like it was going to be hard. And sharp. Let's see good hands on the hips here. Hands and sharp. I still remember Marta saying, try to keep her up there. That's, she just flew up to right here and see if she can stay there.
I went to Pat Graham's selection camp. I felt like I was ready to go.
Her performances through 3 of the events were confident. She had a very odd miss on beam, like a good routine and a miss. After that, it was hard to know what was going to happen.
When they announced the team, I was on the team, so I was like, oh dang. Kim started crying. I felt so bad for her because that was her goal for me, and that was my goal, obviously.
I cannot say that that was taken easily from either of us.
Whenever I was on the team, I was really disappointed in myself because I felt like I knew I could do it.
It was an incredibly difficult 24 hours. We took kind of that one workout to like, let's just be here, do gymnastics. And kind of midway through there, things changed. Through a turn of not great events, with Maggie having a problem with her knee, Reagan ended up on the team.
Marta came over and told me, she's like, Kim, Reagan needs to be in routines on beam. I'm like, what? Why? I'm like done pretty much the season right now. And she's like, no, she's the alternate. Next day, I stayed another day to train. and we had 14s pretty much on everything, and then we left right away. And then I realized I was actually on the team, and I was really excited to just go and have fun with the team.
It's hard when it happens that way. At the same time, I felt like she did deserve that spot in the first place.
Kim helped me get more confidence in me because I was really disappointed that night, and so Kim just helped me build up my confidence back, and I felt really good in myself. This is my time, I can do this. The atmosphere is a little different than what I was used to because like classics and championships, I was a junior and there wasn't like that many people and stuff. So it was like obviously a little different because everybody's like calling your name wherever you walk and you just had to stay focused. So it was kind of like different, but it was like fun because you're like, oh wow, I have that many fans, that's so cool. I love the energy that the crowd gave us. It helps me like even do better because it helps me get that little like power in me and that fire. It helps like so much. I was really excited to just hit both my beam routines that I did there, and because I feel like I was more confident in myself, and I feel like the more I do, the more confident I get.
At the end of the day, you have to be able to perform on that when it's that green light and it's your turn to go. That's the goal, is that we're going to go in, and it's expectation is you go up, you do your best to, even if it's a struggle, that you stay on the equipment and you can fight through everything. Reagan did a great job of that through the week that ended in a gold on beam.
Marta was like really happy with me because I hit both of the routines in 2 days, so it was really nice to just have her by my side and cheer for me and give me a big hug at the end.
And Reagan's performance showed that she deserved that spot.
In, don't pull. There's got to be a block, not a pull. That's not going block turnover. That's pull lift. Push. In, no block. It's still from headstand. Use the block. You can twist it from that, right? Imagine what you can do from that same layout. Whoa! You win. Number 1, Reagan. Training's going great. Reagan's doing a great job. Hold. In. She feels like she is capable of doing a couple little upgrades. She is cleaning up, especially vault. Just going in and just beating it with numbers.
Training's going really great for me right now because we're not in full routines, so we get to work on little details that I didn't get to work on before Italy or Pac Rim. So we get to work on corrections or if we want to upgrade some skills, which I want to do. So it's really nice just to have this little downfall before we go back into routines.
Push, shake. That's right, stand up. Number 1 is still do what you do confidently and consistently, but with how competitive things are right now, you got to try to find little ways that makes it unique and special and more entertaining. Look at it right there.
Round 4, I'm working on a round off 1.5, step out to round 5 handstand triple punch front.
Game plan is still the same tumbling passes, just with this one as an option to add on a little bit and hopefully just spice up their routine. That's right. It's one great thing about watching like Simone or watching Ali, like there is kind of that wow factor of their routine, and how do you take these route passes where your goal is to try to keep adding the numbers together and still make it look exciting.
Whoa!
And on bars, I added an inside full right to pack, and then I'm also working on inside full and high bar to pack to kick cast pirouette, slaughter full to uphill, which that'll give you more bonus because I'm adding another pirouette in. So.
I have never seen Reagan the way she is right now, in the most impressive way.
She comes in and she does what she's supposed to be doing, and we go work in the areas that she wants to upgrade, and she's doing that too. She's in a great place.
Push. Does that feel the same as what you've been doing? Okay, it looks like you're just trying to go with energy and fast, right? Energy and fast makes them long and flat, right? That's the same spot that you got to over that course of that week, right? That you couldn't come out of because you started pulling, you go, if I just pull harder, and I pull harder, and I pull harder, and I pull harder, right? It's not pull harder, it's do easier, right? Do more intentional. You're trying to go for flight, right? You can't let the energy around you change how you try to do the technique. If you just did for now 2 weeks of them excellent with snap down, right? Try to recognize how was that better than what you're doing right now. Try to take it down a notch. You still want to have the quickness, but not rushing through your takeoffs, right?
Still, it's about, can you find the flight? Feel the flight.
Reagan needed March in April. Like, she needed that. She took herself from being that first-year junior who has potential to proving that she can be counted on, and she has reason to be fighting for those 3-up 3-count spots.
I want to see that with the new skills, with the increased difficulty, to go out with the same confidence level and perform.
To give myself the best shot at the Olympics is to go 100% every single day, every turn, every minute, every second of the day counts.
She's around the most accomplished gymnast, and she's going toe-to-toe with them happily.
Finding athletes that are talented is important, but finding athletes that are competitive is really important. Emma, she has always proven to be a competitor.
I think it's good that we're in a group of girls that push each other.
We have like that bond that like nobody else has.
Having gymnasts move on past our club and have success at college.
It's always a thrill.
And just a little bit the left arm and a little that idea. Right
At the end of the day, we all want them to be happy and to be successful.